Hi Virgo, welcome to your July Tarot Horoscope. So we're just going to be pulling a single card for the month of July. There, how about that one? That one came out. So we got a card for the month of July. The first 2/3 of July is Cancer season, and then we will have Leo season towards the end of the month. And your card is the Five of Wands. So this is the way he looks the right way up. So it's kind of muddied here. There's a bunch of these wands kind of all helter-skelter. In the very background, we have like a contingent of soldiers with lances. And in front of it, we have all of these butterflies, and it's kind of these red kind of colors. So it's kind of hard to see what's going on there. And that's the Five of Wands. So we're going to see what we have to say. Five of Wands, shaping your will. Wands stand for instinctive drives and initiative and represent the fire element. Five wands are the essence of the fire element, the human will. Our will is made up of our deeds and intentions, our consciously chosen actions, and our unconscious motives. As long as the fire of life burns, your will is constantly being reshaped. In the background, 7 or 8 helmets of lance bearers and 12 lances can be seen on the card. Each one of the 12 lances and of the 5 green wands represents a certain type of energy. As if participating in a huge game of pick-up sticks, it is your task to gather up this energy, to sort through it, and to focus it on something worthwhile. Different interests and tendencies are always pulling in different directions. What has first priority? How can several goals be attained at the same time? An integral part of this process of shaping the will is for existing role models to become obsolete. The red area in the middle of the card stands for your personal fire, your power and vivacity, creating new facts that go way beyond traditional experiences, thus dismissing those redundant conceptions. Do not spread your energies too thin. Center yourself. See your current tasks as tests of your determination, your willpower, and your playfulness. Find out which aspects of your will are in harmony with your desires and so able to get something moving. Find out which acts of will are superfluous because you are still trying to force something to happen that is actually no longer relevant or has not yet become so. Practical advice. Create space in your daily routine. This might include taking some time out or establishing your own room. New alternatives are waiting to be explored and tested in your personal relationships and in your career. Go for it. Okay, so this card, Five of Wands. This card is very much like this sense of needing to like pull your energy and your focus in because things are kind of every which way. Like even visually on the card, the lances are not all in the same direction. There's kind of a lot happening here. It's not very cohesive and together, but there's this opportunity for great transformation. So in Dali's cards, butterflies here are symbolic of transformation. Makes sense. Caterpie, that's a Pokemon. A caterpillar to a butterfly is a transformation that involves a complete reshaping of your sense of self to transform into something that the beginning part of you could not even have fathomed that would be what would happen. But there's like, in order to do that, you can't transform into a butterfly if you're like, oh, I still got to eat things, and oh, I haven't decided where I want to like build my chrysalis, and like, oh, I got to do this too, and I'm like, oh, there's just a lot that's happening. Like when you're undergoing a transformation, that's kind of all your energy, like all your time and focus has to go into that. You have to say no to other things. You can't also be doing homework while you're in your chrysalis or helping other people move. Like a transformation is a full body, a spiritual experience. So if you're still every which way and unsure what it is that your will wants or what it is that your goal is that your will can push you towards, it's not really going to happen. Like you're not going to see a lot of change. You're going to like incremental change here, a little bit here, a little bit here. It may look like growth, but it's not going to be transformation. You're not going to change from one thing into another. You're just going to like kind of change a little bit. So there's the sense that you've got a lot going on and it's not necessarily cohesive. It's not clear. You really need to sort out your priorities basically. Even if everything is important, you're not going to get 5 things done necessarily, or at least not 5 things transformed by trying to do them all at once. You got to go at least a little bit sequentially, and it can be efficient. You may find that like a couple of the things that you're looking for, like the idea, how can several goals be acquired at the same time? see what things are actually kind of similar, or there might be people that you're trying to work with that have a similar goal, or a resource that for them to be helped is actually going to help you. And if you can be smart about it and strategic, you might be able to kind of like double up and get things done at the same time, but you still need to know the priority and like kind of sort that out. So there's the sense that there's a lot of energy, this fire energy, there's a lot of strength, but it's kind of just getting dispersed. So there's the suggestion for this season to really like hone it in, to focus. And that might require like a bit of a retreat for a bit. And that's actually great for Cancer season. So the first chunk of July is Cancer season, which is correlating with like the home space. So it's like the safe haven, and it's about growth and nurturing in like a really loving way. But it's not like an expansive go out and party. It's not a like do everybody else's projects. It's about the home space, and it's like, and the safe haven, because that's your root and your foundation. Things aren't good at home if you don't have a stable foundation where you feel safe and comfortable. You're going to have a really hard time going out and challenging yourself. You're going to have a hard time having the energy and the resources, excuse me, to accomplish things that are going to be challenging if you're leeching energy at home. So there's this, suggestion for July: really pull into the home space, really pull into your safe zone and where you get energy from. Make sure that that's stable and comfortable, and then take a little bit of time, not in the doing and action stage, and just try to get your ducks in a row. What is it that you really want? What are your goals? What needs to happen in what order? Is there a rush? What's your priority? And then you can take action on it. So in a way that's significantly more energy efficient. Because transformation takes so much energy, you don't want to start it. Like, you'll be discouraged to start it if you're already exhausted. And if you don't take the time to recoup and regather, you're always going to feel exhausted, and you're never going to want to take that leap of doing that bigger task. So if you're just like fussing around and like doing little bits here, thinking that you're getting stuff done, but you're actually just exhausting yourself in directions that's just busy work and not actually like, even if something is useful in theory on its own, if it's not moving you forward on your goal, the goal you have now, it's not useful to you now. It even if in some other time it was useful, or for somebody other person it's helpful, like if it's not helping you move forward on the goals that have priority, it's a bit of a waste of time right now. So that's kind of the suggestion here is we want to stop wasting our time and energy and just be really clear on what it is that we want and what we're trying to do. So that's going to involve creating a bit of space, as the suggestion is here. Create some space in your routine. Don't fill up every minute of your day with a bunch of tasks that don't then give you the time to like look at things and suss out and make those decisions, because you're too burnt out and you're in too much go. So just having your alone time, your alone space, doesn't have to be physically alone, but where you are not expending your energy out and you can make these choices for yourself. And then you can start to see what new possibilities there are in not just continuing with the routine of the status quo, because those new possibilities is what that transformation is going to lead to. If you think of what's not possible for me right now that I really want, well, it's maybe because it's not possible for the caterpillar, but it's possible for the butterfly. I'm trying so hard not to say Pokemon names right now. I got COVID on Solstice, and I played a lot of Pokemon, so just bear with me here. So if you are really wanting your goal and you know that it requires a transformation to get to, then that's what you got to focus on. So no biggie, just transform yourself into something new. It's like it's not a tall order. So that also involves patience. And having that confidence and not beating yourself up too much about it. If you're either like, oh, why wasn't I focusing before and I've wasted all this time, or just that fear of like, man, what if I can't do it, or what if it takes like a lot of effort multiple times and I don't get it in one go, like that's okay. This bringing in that Cancer season as well is that idea of the unconditional love of the mother, is that even if you mess up or you're not that great at things right away, there should be compassion and love for you in the process. So that's also that invitation in Cancer season, is to try to like receive a bit of that kind of love and support from yourself, from the peers that would want to give it to you. And then at the end of July, we have Leo season. And so Leo season is significantly more expressive and less private. So if we've done this like kind of insular, like, okay, we're trying to like sort ourselves out, trying to figure it out. Leo is a fire energy as well. So bringing in these fire wands, this might be this time now of either you're starting your transformation and it's now public that like, oh, you're doing something different, like you're not available for the things you used to do, and you're like, you've got something in the works. People are going to start to see it. People are going to look at you and see, wow, something's different. So it does require the courage to be seen if you're going to undergo a transformation. And if things are going to be different. So that is kind of like this thing of like, okay, maybe like you've sorted out you got your ducks in a row, you know what it is you want. And then Leo is going to be a bit more about creating it. And Leo has this really big creative force of just making, of art, of beauty, of like, it's this creative energy that's going to, once you've dealt with your emotional decisions of what it is you want to create, now you get to start creating it. And that's, again, going to require courage. But what's going to really help is if you do allow yourself to receiving the love and the nurturing Cancerian support, receiving the accolades and the joy, energetic expression of those who like what you're doing and are excited to see you succeed. It's a different kind of receiving in Leo. It might not be your strong suit, Virgo, to receive from others. You might kind of feel more comfortable being in the helper role, and it might feel vulnerable, or it might make you feel weak, or like you're done something wrong, or you're taking from other people if they're choosing to give to you. So it might be like maybe something that's bit of a struggle for you, but I would highly encourage you to soften into receiving. If people want to give to you, they want to give to you. And it is the kindest thing you can do for them to receive what they want and not reject the gifts that they have to give you. So best of luck for you on that, Virgo. If you're interested in knowing a little bit more of some of the planetary transits and the overarching energy that we're going to be working with during Cancer season, check out my Cancer season workshop on my YouTube channel. It's a pay what you can, and any donation is super appreciated. Helps me keep making content. So that is me giving you an opportunity to give to me. So I'm practicing receiving, and then you can practice that too. So take care, Virgo, and best of luck, July, and we will see you in August. Take care.